What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Rob again. Today's topic, I want to talk about feminine energy, but I want to speak about it. I'll speak about it on the general terms, and then I'll speak about it on the feminine energy within a man or a male or masculine vessel, um, because it plays out a little bit different when you you talk about it in the manifestation of a man and feminine energy and how feminine energy is harnessed inside of a man, how his creative energy is harnessed within him. And yes, feminine energy is creative energy, so we'll start there. Feminine energy is, in my opinion, or my studies as well, is the energy that's brought all of this physical material into existence. It is the creative force that's brought all this material matter into existence. Those who just subscribe to the belief system of Mayat understand what I'm talking about, because in Mayat everybody believes that everything comes from the Great Mother. We all come out from the womb of the Great Mother, uh, and and I even feel like the masculine principle of God, because I feel like God is definitely a dynamo of both masculine and feminine energy. But if I had to say which one came first, if you wanted to have that debate, I would say uh, feminine energy definitely was first, and it birthed masculine energy to only perfect itself and its direction and what it was doing. It needed that guidance, that focus to create life. So it's like masculine energy came in to assist feminine energy, and now you can tell like there may be some truth to this, because in the Bible teaches that basically masculine energy was first, and then feminine energy came out of the rib of it. But you gotta understand, the Bible comes from a patriarchal people. It comes from a male, left brain dominant culture. So yes, to them, the man is always first. So moving on, or the man is the head. I feel like in the understandings of more the African and the teachings of Mayat, the woman is the head and the man is the helper. You see what I'm saying? But he helps in ways that it's not like she's superior to him, but he complements her. He does things that she could do, but he does them more efficient and more focused. Whereas feminine energy is more random and more spontaneous. Masculine energy is more focused, more precise, has timing, um, understands precision. You see what I'm saying? So these are the things I feel like the feminine energy, the Great Mother was aware of, that she needed to have this type of focus, and she created the masculine energy within her in order to have focus within her own creation. And this is just my opinion. I'm trying to argue with nobody, but this is just through my meditations, through my studies, through just ciphering with other people. This is what I kind of came up with, and as that kind of leads into another um, understanding of masculine and feminine energy, because even feminine energy it'll just play around with ideas. It'll say, hey, what about this? What about masculine energy? Is like, no, this is what it is. This is how things go. This is what my teachings tells me is. See, that's masculine energy. Feminine energy is like, I wonder how this happened. You'll fantasize. You'll use more imagination more. You use more visualization more. As masculine energy, it needs structure. It needs discipline. It needs instructions. You see what I'm saying? That's masculine energy. So whether you're male or female, you can see whether this energy is playing outside you. Are you somebody who needs a lot of structure? Do you need instructions? Do you need guidance? Do you need a plan? That's all masculine energy. That's letting you know that you operate mostly off your right brain. Now, if you're somebody, or left brain, I should say, if you're somebody who's more creative, that you can just come up with stuff. You can, like, you say you got a bill that needs to do, you ain't got no money, but you'll come up with a way to make some money, and get the bill paid, right? That's feminine energy. See, masculine energy, like, I need a job, I need a 9 to 5 to keep these bills paid, which that might be the solution to the feminine energy's problem if they were even behind on the bill. You see what I'm saying? You see how they work together? You know what I'm saying? But they can rage against each other. Like, the feminine energy might want to be just straight spontaneous, creative to fix its problems, and masculine energy may want to be more planned. You know what I'm saying? And structured and understanding that it needs a plan to execute to get out of its problem. You see what I'm saying? So you got to know the strengths in the two and how they work together in order to not have these two opposing forces, which are inside of you, whether you're male or female, conflicting one another. You can say that's the war between the head and the heart, is the war between the masculine and the feminine energy within inside of us. So as a man, we'll get on to the male aspect of manifesting feminine energy inside of a male body, right? So as a man, quite naturally, we have focused energy because we manifest in the physical as a masculine being, right? But we know that we came from a feminine creature. We came from our mother. So our mother is feminine. A lot of us were raised by her, we taught by our mother. So we understand femininity because it was first taught to us by our mother, right? Even if our mother had to take on a more masculine role, like in my case, my mother had to take on more of a masculine role because my father wasn't there. So she had to be more, she had to be the disciplinary. She had to be stern. She had to be structured. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she was still a woman. So it only came out in areas, certain areas. And otherwise, she was still my mother. She was still a woman. You know what I mean? Even now we talk about it, she's like, I did the best I could raising you guys, but I did, all I knew. So that lets you know that, hey, I knew some of what the role of the man was, and I tried to do that to the best of my abilities. But at the end of the day, I was a mother. And so I learned a lot of my femininity from my mother. My dad wasn't around. So my masculine ways, I learned from my brother, and then also, my peers, my friends, and then their parents, just being around them. Because I'm very good at learning through observation. I don't have to experience, which observation is an experience, meaning I don't have to experience something like myself to learn. I can watch other people and learn from their mistakes. So that was kind of like a gift that I had growing up. So the way feminine energy plays out in me, I'm more of a caretaker. I like to stay at home. I like to take care of the kids. I like to cook. I'm not necessarily a big cleaner. I'm tidy, but I'm not just this neat freak. I'm very creative. I like to draw. Like I said, I like to cook. I like to come up with things. Sorry, I got a text message. I like to come up with things off the top of my head. I like to be creative. I like to come up with creative ways of making money. You know what I'm saying? I like to create businesses. I like to create ideas. I like to help people out with their problems. I'm great at problem solving. This is all feminine energy that is manifested in the masculine. Meaning I know how to use both my masculine energy and my feminine energy to work together in a lot of ways to get shit done, right? But a lot of ways it's how I war with inside of myself too. I have conflicting thoughts. So a lot of times, what my brain is telling me to do, my heart's like, nah, we ain't doing that. You see what I'm saying? So my brain would be more of my masculine energy, and my heart be more of my feminine energy, right? So a lot of times I'll be in a place of indecision, not knowing how to make that. That's how you create procrastination as well too, where you have this war between the head and the heart, and now you just kind of stuck in the middle, like not knowing what to do because both are so strong, right? And this is all going on internally. So the best way to do it is to have a mediary between the two forces, right? So who's the mediator between my head and my heart? It's my higher self. My higher self comes in, like, all right, y'all, what's going on? Give me even though it already knows, but it wants the heart to explain its side, and it wants the brain to explain its side. And then as one, as a trifecta, we'll figure out the issue. You see what I'm saying? We'll figure out what our next step, our plan of action is. You see what I'm saying? This is how you can get through any kind of problem solving issue you may have, right? Using your feminine energy and your masculine energy as one. But as a male, you have to first be aware of the feminine energy within you. You can't just think because you're a man, you just masculine. You don't have any feminine energy. It's not true. Same thing goes with a female. You're just because you're a female doesn't mean you're all feminine energy. You have no masculine energy. You got to balance the two within you. So, And that's just a way to identify feminine energy. A lot of ways, as a man, if you want to get more in touch with your feminine energy, go out in nature and meditate. Same thing with females. If you want to go and with females, you kind of get more in touch with your reproductive organs, start taking care of your reproductive organs more. You start taking care of your body. That's another feminine thing. You're just taking care of the body. It's a feminine energy. It's a feminine task is to take care of your body. Okay. Um, but it doesn't mean distorted feminine, like, being homosexual or, having that whole distortion going on. Not that I have anything against homosexuals, but I do think it's a distortion. I think it's a manifestation of a distorted mind. But that's a topic for a whole nother conversation. I still got love for everybody. That's my time. I'll come back later with maybe a part 2 of this because it's a very broad subject. Definitely come with the masculine series as well. Just check me out. Rob signing off. Peace.